Oh, welcome to Bars Unlocked Behind the Bars. So we got my man, the legendary, honorable, stand-up brother, Kev Carter.
Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, Black. Appreciate you.
So what's up, bro? What's going on? What you got going on? What's been your daily routine?
I actually been working on, I have a box truck, a logistics company now, so working on learning how to call loads and book loads. I do got my properties and stuff, so the nonprofit, I work with I have a nonprofit that I got a team with, and every Monday or every other Monday, we out on 15th and Love, 15th and JFK right in front of Love Park feeding.
Okay.
So
that's
like that.
That's what's staying busy.
Yeah, and my kids, that's it.
How many kids you got?
5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. What's the age?
20, 12, 9, and 2 4-year-olds.
Oh, damn, you start over.
Yeah.
That's what's up, though. That's what's up. So I've been seeing you on social media, and one of the things that stand out I see you be doing, you be on your workout tip.
Yeah.
So what's your daily routine and your regimen with the workout tip?
I really don't have a certain time I go, but I try to go every day. So I'm only missing like 2 times out the week. It's like I learned, that's like one of my decompressed times for me. So if you want to say stress relief or whatever, I use it for that's my therapy. You know what I mean? When I'm in there, I ain't really worry about nothing. The entrepreneur life, whatever problems you got, all that's out the door. Okay. So that's what I use working out for. It's like therapy for me. You know what I mean?
When you start working out?
I used to work out here and there before I went away, but I really learned how to use it for therapy when I went away. That's what kept me just focused on what I gotta do. You know what I mean? Calm, cool, collective. Cause waking up every day in the joint and you gotta hear people, you getting up for counts 5:30 in the morning every day. Hearing men's voice, that will burn you out. You know what I mean? Make you mad. That's why some people get frustrated and go to the hole. You know what I mean? Cause the days it's just whatever, 365 days is a lot to keep doing that, you know? So imagine a person that do years of that, you know what I mean? So that became my therapy just so I won't even think about where I'm at, get up and work out maybe twice a day sometimes. So it's really like therapy now, you know what I mean?
You ever thought about doing a personal training thing?
I did, and people always ask me why I don't do it, because I be saying I feel like I don't be wanting my time wasted. A lot of people don't take it serious.
They be bullshit.
And you're right. And I know you get paid for people and all that, but money never really been everything to me. If you get what I'm saying, like time is really everything. I learned that. Right. So it's like me getting up and then gotta meet these people here and then they gonna bull crap or complain. That's what always kept me like, man, it might be another journey in my life. We all got a long life, inshallah. So.
Inshallah.
You know what I'm saying? So it might be, I might do it when I'm 50, who knows? Because I feel like I'm going to work out till I can't no more, to be honest.
I think it's a lifestyle thing. And I think, in the Black community, and the reason why I asked you that, because I had an idea, and I think the Black community needs that. But I see you definitely be on your workout tip. You, Lib, and everybody.
Right.
You ever think about starting a program up for the youth, like for the kids, getting them on a
one of
regimen?
me and my cousin Lib long-term goals, we want a gym. So we're gonna have a gym, inshallah, couple years. Because he is a personal trainer. That's what he
Lib is a personal trainer.
Yeah, Lib took his test, so he passed it. And not like that, everybody do something. So it's like once he was like, cuz I'm on it, I'm gonna do it, then that's what you do. But we are gonna, inshallah, have a gym. Couple years, that is the goal for the community. You know what I'm saying?
We was in LA Fitness, and it was him, Dev, right? And all. So we in the sauna, right? But I'm just in the gym. Man, they doing burpees, push-ups.
That's the end of the workout.
Yeah, that's the end of the workout?
That's the end of the workout sometimes for us.
So I'm like, I said, man, I gotta join y'all, man. But he was looking like, well, you could join right now. And I'm like, well, I'm on my way. I'm on my way out this joint, but
once people see
they serious.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's really the end of our workouts, man. You gotta hit the sauna. It's like good for the body. It's recovery. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna burn off way more calories than just in the gym, especially if you're working out in there. And it helping with your
respiratory and everything.
Respiratory system. You know what I mean? Your breathing. That working out is everything.
So what's the regimen? What's the program inside the sauna? What y'all do, like 20 minutes, 10 minutes?
I don't think it's ever a set time. It's more so we gonna do, cuz might say 50 jumping jacks, 100 jumping jacks, 50 burpees. Not if there's enough room to do the burpees, but we will do the bread baskets. We will do jumping jacks. We will do knee to raises, some squats. You know what I'm saying? Because really, you know, sometimes it's tight, so we just stay in our joint and whatever the regiment might be. You know what I'm saying?
Are you more of a all around? Or are you more of a weightlifter or calisthenics?
That's why I could call it ATV, all-terrain vehicle. I could go all around. I could lift heavy if I need be. I could do some calisthenics for the month, you know what I'm saying? Cardio, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
What you prefer?
Me, I really just like the body build. So it's kind of how I'm feeling. If I feel like I'm too slim, I'm gonna gain some weight. Cuz want to be like real slim. He like 160. When Ramadan went, I went all the way down to 180. So now I'm lifting heavy again. I'm bulking back up. You know what I'm saying? It's just however I'm feeling at the time, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Put the body through different tests, you know what I mean? Cause I did 3 to 6 months of all just kettlebell workouts. Yeah. Working my arm back, and cause I pulled my shoulder about twice. It popped out like twice, doing different things. So I could do a bunch of different, you know what I mean?
You ever heard of the slingshot? So like when you got rotator cuff tears or whatever, and that's sponsored, right? Look, I'm talking about the product. So you put your arms through it and it help relieve some of the tension off the shoulder when you bench pressing. So it's for that.
I know what you're talking about. I be seeing people wear that.
You put the band across your chest, like most power lifters be using that.
That's exactly what they be using, but I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, that help like rotator cuffs and things of that nature.
Got you.
So now I'm back in the day, right? Me on 23rd Street. I used to see you walk, I think from Krosky to like 23rd and McKean, around that area, and I used to see you having a basketball all the time, dribbling and everything. And I said, damn, I know cuz played ball. Yeah. So if my memory served me correctly, I used to play ball. Yeah. Like, have you ever played for like a...
Yeah, I played in high school. I played for University City. I played since 9th grade. JV the first 2, varsity my last 2. I went to Gloucester County College. My coach used to come get me, so that's another thing you probably seen when he would come get me from school every day, pick me up and drop me off from Jersey. It's about 30 minutes over, so yeah.
How important you think was you having that rec time, like that outside time, like playing ball to take your mind away? How important you think that is?
Man, I ain't gonna front, basketball was everything. It's very important because it molded me in different ways. It's like, one, show you how to be a team player, you know what I'm saying? It just kept me out of a lot of trouble, you know what I mean? Because when you chasing a dream, you really don't got time for other distractions. That's really what I wanted to do. That's why you see me dribbling the ball. I would really dribble the ball all day from wherever I'm going. Once I got out of school, I was getting my handle up, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, it just kept me out of a lot of trouble. Early trouble that I could have been on, you know, our hood, so I could have been in trouble early. Right. So, you know what I mean? It kept me away from becoming a product of the environment. Right. You know what I mean? I was chasing a dream.
Now, chasing that dream, where you think that, did you have any difficulty, like, reaching that goal? You, was there anybody to motivate you, to push you? Or you think if you would have been in a different area or grow up in a different area, you probably could have went further in your basketball career?
Oh, for sure. And I believe, like, I was raised by a single parent mom, you know what I mean? So, like we just talking about, sometimes I had holes in my sneaks, people didn't know, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of different workouts, I didn't really even want to go like Sam Ryan workouts because that was one of the most popular joints back in the day. All the AAUs with Brother Leon, they would always call me or call my mom, why Kevin didn't come up here? Them not knowing I didn't have no money for the bus joint. And then my mom being a strong woman, she's not going to put people on our business. Oh, I'm going to talk to them, but really, I ain't had the money to catch the bus. You know what I'm saying? So, or if I did get the, bus fare, you could go $5 up and back, but we had to catch what was them, R trains or whatever?
Yeah, like
so,
you go all the way out there. Yeah,
so we had to go kind of far. Then I didn't have no money for no lunch. So it's like, that's the things that kept me constricted to the hood, but I still wanted to be good for when I competed against people because I knew I was going to still go to high school and had to try out. So that was my discipline. That's why you seen me dribble on the ball because I was like, I still got to get my workout in some type of way. You know what I mean? So I learned how to just work out in the hood. Maybe even going to Smith, Veer. I might play the kids 5-on-1. I'm dribbling through them, trying to lay them up, you know what I mean? And I grew up, even though I lived, you see me always on Crossky, at that time I was living across the tracks on Webster Street. So I would play a lot of them over there at Mary Anderson, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I believe definitely if I had I want to say money or even just like a male figure at that time, you know what I mean? Like an older male figure, you know what I mean?
And I think that's missing. I think that always been missing from a certain time period. I would say after the crack epidemic, I would say because that tore a lot of families up. And I think once that took the male figure out the household, with the youth right now, I think that's some of because
that's the biggest problem.
The biggest problem because when you become a certain age, your mom can't control.
Men can only raise men. No disrespect to no woman. You're going to raise a great adult. You know what I'm saying? You're going to raise a great human being, but you still never going to make him a man. He has to learn from a man how to be a man. And the only other thing that's going to make him a man, because not like that, I always had my father got killed, but my father is my sister's dad. That's the man that always raised me. But even when him and my mom separated, I only had my time now. I still didn't have that male figure to check me or to tell me this or whatever. No, don't do that. It went missing after they broke up, kinda. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I still had his number, but it's nothing still like having a male figure in the household with you, there with you all the time. Whether it's your real dad or it ain't your dad, you know what I'm saying? It's just no male figures in the household with these little young men that's growing up, and then they always just, I don't know. It's like nowadays I feel like influences is Instagram. Influences is rappers. You know what I mean? Influences is a guy with a check on a blue check on the Instagram that he paid for. That blue check didn't get him enough. He didn't earn it. He didn't learn it from no lessons that I feel like I went through. I went through a lot of lessons. I tell my son all the time. He said, "Time I ran my head in the wall 1,000 times." You have the perfect example. Come talk to me. You can come ask me anything. It's nothing I ain't been through. I tell people that as a man, it's nothing I ain't been through. From whatever you want to think about, I'm sure I did.
From every standpoint,
from whatever, just the smaller things. You know, kids think getting cheated on, having a bunch of women, just anything, anything, street stuff, anything. You know what I mean? And then like we was talking about, I don't talk about street stuff a lot because I don't ever want a kid to think I'm glorifying it. I never wanted to glorify it. I never even wanted to be a part of it. That's why I chased the basketball at first. I could have been in the streets. You already know. We've been around drugs our whole life. I chased a dream first because I didn't want to do this. And then you know the other fact is when you play the game for real, you got rules to it. I live by rules. I stand on something, you know what I'm saying? It's no more rules now.
There's no more rules.
It's like people could do anything. People don't even have common courtesy. People don't have just common sense. People don't have integrity. People just don't stand for nothing. It's just anything goes for either 4 quarters, which is $1. It's like anything for this money now, or it ain't even, and sometimes now it's getting where it's not even about money. It seems like people would do anything for attention.
For attention. Yup, that clout.
That attention is like, how you sell your soul for this attention? It's just different now growing up.
The young boys, they, like you said, and I think you hit the hammer right on the nail when you speak up on that, because the young boys just want to wreck out.
That's it.
They don't even want no money. They want the reputation.
And then one tell though.
Right.
See, I respect when you stand for something and this is what you standing on, that's cool. But stand on it, because know the flip side of that coin. You go to jail forever. You sit on death row forever. I don't even want to say no name, but there used to be one gangster that everybody would know from South Philly. But he was on the road, he was crying. He would cry every day, complain every day.
Right.
Like my old head told me, he said, every time I see me up there complaining. Why you complaining, nigga? You was a killer.
You was a killer.
You can't complain now. This is the flip side of that coin you flipping. It's two sides to a pancake. It's two sides to a coin. It ain't always gonna be good. That's why I always tell people, pick your game wisely. Choose what you wanna do.
True.
And know both sides to it. You know what I'm saying?
But that's my thing with these young guys, right? Cause I be asking myself, I be saying like, none of their homies writing them or calling them from jail and telling them, bro, this, you don't wanna come down here? This ain't it. Like, cause the way y'all racking out and y'all want to go on a mission or whatever you want to call it, but y'all not doing nothing. Y'all just letting y'all homie crash out. Y'all just crashed out. Yeah. So y'all want them up there with y'all, chilling?
And not like that. Sometimes it be so crazy, right? Cause I know a bunch of youngins, but it be like they don't even seem to take care of each other when they go in there. In my era, our parents didn't pay for our lawyers. My mom ain't throw no fish fry for my lawyer.
Right.
We had to get this money up. My mom ain't throw no fish fry for my bell or none of that cool stuff. My homie got it, or I had it. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, it's like no responsibility even with it. So it's like people just out here doing whatever they want. You want to sell the drugs, or you want to be in the streets, and you ain't even taking care of your family. That's one of the reasons why I got into the streets, because I wanted instant gratification. I just wanted to change the dynamics of the way we live. You know what I'm saying? First house I got in, stayed with a girl. I'm 19, I bought my mama house. We lived with my mama, but I bought it because I didn't want to ever move. We moved so much as a kid, me and single mom home, and this what we doing. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I had a goal. I still had like a reason to why I'm getting into the streets.
Right.
A reason to, even like me and my mom was so this. Now I remember she caught me. I'm pumping Crossy Street. I'm pumping. I'm in one car. Soon as I get out the car from serving them, next car is my mama and my uncle.
Oh.
I look, like, damn. Throw my hands in my hoodie.
You ain't try to play it off like you was caught dead to rights?
She let pull up. She like, what you doing? It's her and my uncle. She like, what you doing? I'm like, nothing. I just looked right at her. She said, all right. She pulled off. Next day, she called me around the house to my grandma, and my aunts was around there. Why you want to do that? And And I just kept it real with her. Mom, we don't have nothing. We don't have nothing.
That's deep.
I'm 18. You don't got no money, I don't got no money. We can't pay for bills, we can't do nothing. I gotta do something. And that's what made me. You know, as I said, that's how tight me and my mom was. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it was like, she cried, I even cried. And I told her, she was like, you don't care about dying? I'm like, I don't cuss, I don't, none of that no more. You know what I'm saying? This is what I gotta do. And that's me and my mom relationship was bond. You feel me?
And she probably realized too, because we talked about that missing a father figure. Your mom probably realized, I can say something to you, but I can't
do
control
nothing.
You.
Can't do nothing. That's what
I said. You know what I mean?
There's a certain point where you can't do nothing, and then
because everybody would talk. Not to cut you off. Everybody would talk about what they would have did or they mom would have. Until you in that situation, you can't say what your mom would have did or what you would have did or whatever case like that, because you. All right, so you rather for your son to be here and try to control that narrative a little bit, or you just gonna let him go and just fend for himself and say, no, but not in my house? You see what I'm saying? That's kind of hard to do, knowing the reality of the streets.
That's why I don't blame like women, you know what I mean, for the way these young men act, because there ain't nothing you could do. I already know, I was one of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I already know there's nothing that woman can do. And then, like you said, she not putting her son on the street. Most women better, you better not anyway, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. My mom, that was her first thing. Well, we get the house here, bought the house, and I'd rather you smoke in the house than be outside getting high. So I could smoke in the house with my mom once I got to a certain age, but not like that. That's what I said. Kids don't even pay bills. I paid all the bills though. It's like y'all out in the streets and y'all don't even do nothing. Don't do nothing for y'all moms. Y'all moms really could go and buy you Balenciagas. I bought my first car. You know what I'm saying? You got moms and dads buying their kids' first cars and paying their phone bills. I paid my bills at 18, 19. That's why I understand that my mom used to teach me, protect and provide, son. That's all a man gotta really do. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's to a default for me because I could be protecting and providing for the wrong person at the time. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you choose who you do it for. You know what I mean? You choose who you get your loyalty to. But those things I'm really loyal to is protecting and providing for mine, my whole family though. And that's why God, I know he blessed me with 5 kids for a reason. Yeah. Because none was planned. It just happened. Yeah. None was planned. You know what I mean?
How many girls you got? Okay.
Out of my kids?
Yeah.
Just one.
Just one.
I got 4 boys. That's how I know it's meant for me to be here too. Because I refuse for a little boy that looked like me to not kind of stand on what I stand for. And I feel like it's not enough men out here standing on what we supposed to stand on. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a lot of honor, a lot of integrity, you know what I'm saying? Common sense, common courtesy. And the 2 main things, when you get a family, protect and provide.
Protect and provide.
That's what
for
men
sure.
do. You know
for
what
sure.
I'm saying?
Now I want to ask you about the CMI Foundation, right? Or the nonprofit.
Yeah.
What does CMI mean? Right, the acronym. What does CMI mean?
Create, motivate, and inspire. And there's a branch actually, because Broke, when I say Broke, that's King Saladin. That's something he started. That's why my Instagram is CMI President. Before, I didn't even use that Instagram for years when I first came home. He always just made it like, bro, you CMI President, that's the name of the company. Before even LLC did and everything. So I branched off by making it CMI 215, because that's our nonprofit based out of Philly. Okay. But it stands for Create, Motivate, and Inspire.
Now, create, motivate, and inspire. Why them words? Like, why you choose them, create, motivate, and inspire? Why you choose them words? What do they mean to you?
Because we always believe we are the tone. We are the creators out here. We motivate every day, you know what I mean? And I know, like, you know, I know there's a bunch of people that I inspire easy. I know a bunch of people to this day, they call me big bro. I think my little big bros, you know what I'm saying? Because men, they grown now, you know what I'm saying? But I know there's a lot of men out there that have been around me that carry certain parts of me, you know what I mean? That I inspired them to be like.
After all this time, right? And you probably see me here and there.
Right.
But what I told you, you didn't think I knew that, right? Or still remember that. That says a lot, right?
No, for sure.
See what I'm saying?
Even when you start hitting me in my DM, I'm like, damn, I remember him from around the way, you know what I'm saying?
Little young boy, just running around,
just right up there. Like you said, chills on your block, but in your own lane too, though. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never try to be nothing you ain't you ain't want to be. Nobody wouldn't even really know you. Like my uncles didn't know you unless they was in your age bracket. You would never try to be nothing extra. Even with me, even though people know I probably ran the whole area, I never been nothing extra. I ain't never no bully. I ain't never used nobody. I always took care of my community. Back then, I paid my neighbors' bills. People ain't know, you know what I'm saying? I paid neighbors' bills before. You know what I'm saying? I used to cook out every year until it started getting really hectic on like gunplay tip, because I refuse for us to be having a cookout and then somebody try to retaliate while we have
so kids out there, everything,
So that's always me caring for my community. I can't never let that happen, so I kind of stopped having a cookout every year. But I used to have a cookout every year. You know what I'm saying?
What made you get in